There's a kind of calm that is so powerful, so absolute, that when people see it in someone, they don't admire it. They fear it. Because true calm isn't softness. It's not gentleness. It's not peace. It's control. And today, you're going to understand the ancient Zen path that gives a man such control over his mind that chaos cannot touch him. I'm not talking about ordinary calm. I'm talking about the kind of mental stillness monks develop after thousands of days of silence. The kind of inner discipline that cannot be broken by anxiety, overthinking, or emotional storms. This system, this path, has been used in Japanese temples for nearly 900 years. It is older than your country, your habits, your struggles, and your doubts. And once you truly understand how it works, your mind will never feel the same again. But let me warn you, this path isn't gentle. It isn't comforting. It demands something from you. And most people aren't ready to give it. If you are ready, then listen carefully, because this is the Zen path that ends mental chaos. The story I'm about to tell you happened to a man named Kenji. He wasn't weak. He wasn't unmotivated. He wasn't lacking potential. His problem was simpler and much harder. His mind was louder than his life. Every morning, he woke up with thoughts already screaming at him. You're behind. You're failing. You're not enough. What if something goes wrong today? He tried everything to quiet his mind. Crossmark meditation apps, crossmark breathwork videos, crossmark affirmations, crossmark journals, crossmark cold showers, crossmark reading more books, crossmark consuming more advice. Nothing helped. In fact, the more he tried to control his thoughts, the louder they got, like pushing against a door that someone was pushing back from the other side. Kenji thought he was fighting stress, overthinking, worry, anxiety, but the truth was far more frightening. He was fighting his own mind, a mind that had never been trained, never been disciplined, never been taught how to obey him. Chaos wasn't the problem. His relationship to chaos was. And then, one night after another mental breakdown, Kenji discovered something that would change his life forever. A reference to an ancient Zen path used by monks to master their inner world. The more he researched, the more he realized. Monks weren't calm because they were born different. They were calm because they were trained differently. And so, Kenji traveled to a remote Zen temple in Japan, where he met a master who would show him exactly why his mind had been uncontrollable for years, and how to finally silence the chaos. When he arrived at the temple, Kenji expected to learn breathing techniques, meditation tricks, mindset hacks. But the Zen master, seated calmly under an old pine tree, said only one thing. Your mind is not chaotic. It is undisciplined. Kenji frowned. How do I discipline it? The master motioned him closer. Sit, he said. Look at the pond. Kenji did. The water was shimmering with small ripples from the wind. This is your mind, the master said. He dropped a pebble into the pond. Ripples scattered in every direction. This is your reactions. He pointed at Kenji's chest. Your chaos is not created by life. Your chaos is created by your response to life. Kenji swallowed. Then how do I stop reacting? The master closed his eyes. By following the Zen path called Shikan, the art of seeing reality without distortion. Then he taught Kenji the three truths. *** truth 1. Thoughts are not orders. They are suggestions. *** truth 2. Emotions are not commands. They are visitors. *** truth 3. Stillness is not achieved. It is revealed when resistance ends. ***. And then the master said, if you do not control your perception will control your life. This was the beginning of Kenji's transformation. But the hardest part was still ahead. Because understanding the Zen path was easy, walking it was brutal. The next morning at 4:30 a.m., Kenji joined the monks. He was tired. His mind was restless. His body wanted to go back to sleep. The master simply said, sit, breathe, observe. Kenji sat. He breathed. He observed. Within seconds, his thoughts attacked. His fears rose. His insecurities surfaced. His anxiety tightened his chest. His mind screamed, this isn't working. You can't do this. You're not like them. Just stop. He opened his eyes, frustrated. The master said calmly, "Good. You have finally met your enemy." Kenji asked, "How do I defeat it?" The master answered, "You do not defeat the mind. You train it." And then he revealed the second Zen principle. Medium white star non-reaction is victory. Every time Kenji resisted his thoughts, they grew stronger. Every time he tried to push them away, they pushed back harder. But when he simply observed, without reacting, something began to shift. The noise didn't vanish, but it lost its power. Kenji began to understand. His chaos wasn't coming from thoughts. It was coming from his attachment to thoughts. And slowly, very slowly, the storm inside him began to weaken. After a week at the temple, Kenji noticed something. Some mornings, meditation felt easy. Some mornings, it felt impossible. Some days he was calm. Others, he was restless. The master watched this pattern quietly until one morning he said, "Your mistake is believing calmness must feel good. Calmness is not a feeling. Calmness is a position." Kenji didn't understand. The master walked him to the meditation hall. Every monk was arranged in a perfect line. Same posture, same breath, same routine, every single day. The master said, "The mind becomes chaotic when life has too many choices. Freedom feels beautiful, but mentally it is a trap." Then he revealed the ancient Zen ritual known as medium white star kata Caesar, the one-way morning discipline, a simple, strict, unchanging ritual. Heavy check mark the same posture. Heavy check mark the same breath count. Heavy check mark the same sequence. Heavy check mark the same duration. Heavy check mark the same environment. Heavy check mark every single morning, no matter what. Kenji asked, "Why such strictness?" The master answered calmly, "A man's mind becomes peaceful only after he becomes predictable to himself." That sentence cracked something inside Kenji. All his life, his mind was chaotic because his daily behavior was chaotic. He woke up at different times. He worked at different times. He relaxed at different times. He practiced self-improvement only when he felt like it. His life was a series of emotional guesses. The master explained, "Monks do not allow the mind to choose. They teach the mind to follow." Then the master said something critical. "You cannot silence chaos until you remove your freedom to choose chaos." This was the heart of the Zen path. Asterisk, asterisk, stillness comes from structure. Chaos comes from choice. Asterisk, asterisk. Kenji finally understood. Stillness is not about slowing down your life. It's about removing the cracks where chaos enters. The next part of training was the hardest. The master told Kenji, "There must be no gaps in your practice." Kenji asked, "Why?" The master pointed at the mountains outside the temple. "Look at the river. It flows every day. Even when weak, even when barely moving, it never stops." Kenji nodded. The master's eyes hardened. The moment it stops, it is no longer a river. It is a memory. Kenji felt chills. "Your mind is the same," the master continued. "If you practice stillness today, skip tomorrow, try again next week, your mind resets to chaos every time." Kenji swallowed. This was exactly how he'd lived. Start, stop, restart, crash, guilt, repeat. Endless loops. The master continued. "A single gap is enough for the old mind to return." Then he told Kenji the Zen rule that breaks every pattern of mental chaos. Medium white star asterisk asterisk. Do less if you must, but do not skip. Asterisk asterisk. This rule changes everything. If Kenji was sick, 1 minute of breath. If tired, 10 breaths. If busy, 30 seconds. If overwhelmed, sit in silence. But no gaps. No 0 days. No resets. Why? Because the mind fears silence. And the moment it senses a gap, it rushes in with old noise. Kenji tested this rule. One day, he overslept. Panic rose. "I failed," he thought. But the master appeared at his door. "Sit for 1 minute," he said. Kenji Saturday. 1 minute. 1 breath. 1 moment of stillness. The master smiled. "Good. You maintain the river." Kenji suddenly realized peace isn't built in perfect conditions. It's built in continuity. Even imperfect silence is stronger than perfectly executed chaos. After 30 days of the temple, Kenji faced a new challenge. Life. Monks don't have. Heavy checkmark traffic. Heavy checkmark emails. Heavy checkmark deadlines. Heavy checkmark financial stress. Heavy checkmark screaming kids. Heavy checkmark arguments. Heavy checkmark responsibilities. Kenji knew returning home would destroy everything he built. He confessed this to the master. The master nodded slowly. Stillness that only exists in perfect conditions is not stillness. It is dependency. Then the master introduced Kenji to the final Zen weapon, medium white star pre-solutions. The art of preparing for chaos before chaos arrives. The master explained, your life is full of predictable obstacles. You simply pretend they are surprises. Then he handed Kenji a scroll. It listed, if I oversleep, I will. If work becomes stressful, I will. If someone angers me, I will. If anxiety rises, I will. If I feel overwhelmed, I will. If I lose motivation, I will. If I feel hopeless, I will. Kenji was confused. What is this? The master tapped the scroll. This is your defense against your future self. He continued, you fail not because obstacles are strong, but because you meet them unprepared. Then the master revealed the rule. Asterisk asterisk when X happens, I do Y. No negotiation, no thinking, just execution to asterisk asterisk. Kenji felt a deep shift. For the first time in his life, he understood why he kept losing to his mind. He fought every battle in the moment of weakness, not in the moment of strength. The master said, you must make decisions when you are calm, so that calmness can protect you when you are not. This was the missing piece. Kenji woke before the bell, not to prove something, not out of motivation, not out of discipline. He woke because his mind had changed. Stillness had replaced chaos. Structure had replaced confusion. Observation had replaced reaction. He noticed something stunning. His first thought was no longer panic. It was silence. He got up, walked to the meditation hall, and Saturday, no war, no struggle, no inner negotiation. Just breath, just presence, just awareness. For the first time in his life, his mind obeyed him. Medium white star to return home. When Kenji finally returned to the city, he expected chaos to return. Crowded trains, noise everywhere, emails, arguments, rush mornings, deadlines, responsibilities. But something had changed. Chaos still existed, but it no longer existed inside him. People noticed immediately. His co-workers said, you seem different. His friends said, you're so calm now, it's almost intimidating. Someone even joked, you look like you unlocked monk mode permanently. Kenji smiled, because he knew the truth. He didn't become calm. He became trained. His stillness wasn't an emotion. It was a system. His peace wasn't accidental. It was engineered. His mind wasn't quieter. He had become stronger. And the moment he fully realized this, he whispered the master's final words. Chaos was never my enemy. My reaction to chaos was. He no longer ran from emotions. He observed them. He no longer chased confidence. He created it. He no longer fought thoughts. He watched them pass like clouds. Kenji had reached the Zen path the master promised. Not a life without storms, but a mind that remains still while the storm rages. Medium white star, the final lesson. Your transformation begins now. The master's final teaching to Kenji is the same teaching you need right now. Stillness is not what you feel. Stillness is what you practice. If you want your mind to stop attacking you, if you want peace that stays, if you want to silence overthinking, then follow the 4 pillars of the Zen path. Medium white star, pillar 1, observation over reaction. Your thoughts are not commands. Medium white star, pillar 2, the one-way ritual. Same time, same sequence, no negotiation. Medium white star, pillar 3, no gaps. Even 1 minute counts. Never skip. Maintaining the river is everything. Medium white star, pillar 4, pre-solutions. Prepare for your future struggles today. If you follow these 4 pillars, your mind will begin to behave. Your thoughts will soften. Your emotions will stabilize. Your anxiety will loosen. Your inner storms will weaken. And slowly, quietly, a different version of you will be born. A man who cannot be intimidated by chaos. A man whose calmness makes others uncomfortable. A man who wins battles before they begin. Because real strength is not loud. Real strength is not aggressive. Real strength is not forceful. Real strength is stillness. And now the question becomes, medium white star, are you ready to walk the Zen path? Are you ready to end the chaos inside you and replace it with unshakable calm? If this story awakens something in you, then you are ready. Your path begins today.